Hello YouTubers, I want to welcome you to another edition of Bargain Bin Amps. And in the last video we took a look at a really inexpensive solid state 2x12 stereo chorus amp. But this week we've got something special in mind. So in this episode, we're going to take a look at something completely different. Now, where do I begin? Yes. Now, recently, and I hope you've subscribed so that you can follow each video, in the past I've done. In the past I did some videos on a little 5-watt tube head, right? There's a 2-channel 5-watt 2-channel head with reverb, and it was from Blackstar, and it was a Blackstar HT5RH, and the RH stands for reverb and head, of course. So, little 5-watt head. Now, I really like Blackstar amps, even though they have some of the amps have some shortcomings and so on. I just really like the sound of it, and it's a great way to get a tube type feel and sound for not too much money, and yes, they do use some solid state type components in the signal path. But they're still tube amps. Now, one thing with heads and cabinets a lot of times, for whatever reason, and this could be a real quirk, is that guitarists like matching heads and cabinets, right? Because the head by itself is the amplifier part, but you still need speakers to run it through in a separate cabinet. Whereas a combo amp, has the amplifier and the speakers all built into one thing. And with the head and cabinet, you can swap out different speakers and speaker cabinets and so on. And also much lighter to carry. But with that being said, for whatever reason, guitarists really like matching head and cabinet. In other words, from the same manufacturer. So if you have a Blackstar head, well, you'd want a Blackstar cabinet, of course, right? I have a friend in Indianapolis, and he was making his rounds, going from his local music store haunts, if you like, and was kind enough, whenever he ran into something that was pretty cool, that was used, or something that was unusual, he would take a picture of it and send it to me and ask me, well, are you interested in this? And you have to understand, we don't have similar tastes, guitar-wise, music-wise. He's more into the metal stuff than I am. Which is a good thing, actually, because he'll run into things, that are very nice, but just don't work for him, but might work for me. So anyway, he sent me a bunch of pictures, and I went through them, and I was like, no, too expensive, whatever. But then he sent me one, and I thought, wait a minute, this could be a great deal. And it was a super inexpensive 1x10 Blackstar cabinet with a speaker in it. I'm not sure what the speaker is in it, but for the price that it was advertised for, and it was used, it was well worth it. So I said, yeah, okay, that one. And so he went and bought it. Right? And then I had another friend who went and visited him and was kind enough to bring it to me, and so now I've got it. So what did I get exactly? Well, let's take a look at it. Okay, so here it is. A little Black Star 1x10 cabinet. Right, 10-inch speaker. And you know, for the box is actually quite big for a little 10-inch speaker. Quite surprised that it's not 12-inch. But no, it's a 10-inch speaker in this cabinet. And you can see it, very nice, Black Star logo. Alright, it's got the gold piping here all along. Alright, very nice. Now it's got a handle, of course, right here. I'm going to turn it around. Boy. It's actually pretty heavy for what it is. For a little, pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy for a 10-inch cabinet. So here it is. Here's the back of it. In really pretty good condition. You know, could use a little cleaning, but not much, really. You know, it's got some scratches. Big deal. Who cares? Okay, here it is. And it's the Black Star amplification. Model model HT 110. 1x10-inch speaker. It's 16 ohm input, 40 watts RMS. Designed and engineered by Black Star Amplification, Northampton, England. However, made under license in Korea. Wow. So here it is, and I should open it up and see what speaker is in there. It's probably just a Black Star, you know, special design speaker. We'll see. We'll try it out and see. Alright, and looks pretty good. Now it has, you know, a couple defects here and there. Here it took a little knock right here. No big deal. You know, a little scratch there. And it looks like they may have tried to use some, you know, black pen here to kind of get rid of that. But anyway, not that big a deal right here. And then here's a little notch. Where's that? Right there. Alright, and then here on the Tolex has a little tiny minor imperfection right there. Right there. Not a big deal. A little scratch right there. A little rip in the Tolex here. But overall, especially for the price, you know, it's great. You know, I'm very, very pleased with it. You know, and those imperfections, I guess, are, you know, it's probably why it was so inexpensive, you know. Not a big deal, though. If you look at it, yeah, it's a really nice shape, man. And I was quite concerned that it'd be, you know, puny. But actually, I think that the head will fit perfectly there. The 5-watt Black Star head. We'll see. And there's Midi eating his cat food. So Midi, what do you think of the Black Star cabinet? Do you like it? Yeah? Is it pretty cool? Midi. Midi. Yes, it's a Black Star cabinet. You'll be able to sit on it here in a second. Okay. So, I mean, it looks really great, I think. You know, I mean, yes, it has a couple scratches, whoop-de-doo. You know, overall, looks great. And as long as the speaker's not blown, it's great. You know. Now, I'm quite curious to see, you know, what the Black Star speaker that's in there, you know, how it sounds and that kind of thing. And real quick, I can tell you that I had a Black Star HT Club 40. Really love that amp. And I was stunned to find out that the speaker was a Celestion 7080 speaker. And man, I don't know how they did it, but it was a closed back cabinet. It just sounded great. I'm hoping for similar results here. And you know, the Celestion 7080 is not known for giving the best sound, but in that Black Star amp it sounded great, so we'll see if that's the case here. So I guess the next step is to try it. Alright, I've got it hooked up here. Here's the Black Star HT5RH head, and look at that. There it is. There's a little Black Star cab, and together make kind of like a little mini half stack type thing. Very, very nice. And I guess this begs the question, well, who's your daddy? Look at that. That's awesome. So I've got the cabinet hooked up, and so far I'm just knocked out, super pleased. It fits perfectly with that little 5-watt head. And let's take a listen to it. And full disclosure, I do have a little X2 on the right side, because I like to play in stereo here. But the camera is right next to the Black Star. Oh, and before I do, I think there's something to be seen here. I believe that the Black Star, there's the cab, there's the head, and it's gotten the seal of approval because MIDI is right on it. Hi, Mitty. Alright, now this is just the Black Star head directly into the cab. Okay, with no effects or anything. That's just really great, because what I was afraid of is that it would sound super small and thin, and that the speaker would flub out all the time. And that's just not the case. In fact, I'm really impressed by how much low end there is. And I'll tell you, when I hook up my pedal board here, and I'll do that here in a second, it really, for me, just has a great sound. Let's try it. Alright, so I've just added like some reverb, mean, that's just great. It's super clear. You know, what's really weird, though, is that, I kid you not, I don't know if this cab was designed for this little black star head. It might very well have been, because I'll tell you what, it makes a little 5-watt head sound really great. Almost like the cab was designed for it. And let's try a delay now. Super clear, really nice sound. Hold on. And so here, this is a really big effect. Let's see. tell this cab is really great because, remember, this is a little 10-inch cabinet. And usually when I play bass emulation into a cabinet, especially a little 10-inch speaker, it can't handle the bass sounds. And that tells me right there that it's a really great cab because it can handle it with no problem. Wow. So anyway, so here's the cab. Here's a drive channel, which I never use, but... Listen, I think this was a really great purchase. I'm quite stunned, really. And it reminds me very much of the Black Star HT Club 40, and it was the same kind of thing. For some reason, I think this company knows how to make a speaker cabinet, and I'm sure the speaker's not super expensive or anything. But it does just the right thing. I mean, it doesn't break up weirdly. The speaker doesn't flub out, It can handle the low end. It has a lot of low end. It doesn't sound thin. And it sounds real clear. Man, I'm just blown away, really. Pretty cool. And, of course, it fits that little 5-watt head really well. So I'm really impressed there. And for the price, I mean, you can pick these up pretty inexpensively, really. But it's a really good cabinet. Man, I'm totally blown away, really. So this was a great purchase. I don't know, for some reason, makes that little 5-watt Black Star sound better. And that may be because it's probably, made for the little 5-watt head of the cabinet. Because I tried running into different cabinets and things with, mixed results, really. I mean, pretty good. But here it seems to be just the perfect fit, Highly recommended. Man, I'm totally impressed. And this is a little 10-inch speaker, Now, obviously, if you're playing a giant stadium or something, maybe you'd want something a little bigger. But these days, you can mic just about anything. So, you can have your 18 4x12 cabinets on the stage, but in reality you could have this little 5-watt Blackstar head and cabinet, you know, and mic'd, you know, under the stage, hidden. That is so sad. I'm sorry. Anyway, very, very pleased. Man, you know, I'm really impressed. And I'll tell you what, I don't even think I'm going to open it up and see what speaker is in there. You know, I'm sure it's probably just a stock Blackstar speaker. There's no reason why it wouldn't be. You know, because I don't think anyone's tampered with it or anything. Very impressed. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it alone because this sounds really, really good. Man, I am totally impressed. You know, and for the price, especially because it was used, you know, really can't go wrong. So glad I got to show you this, and highly recommend it. If you run across one, I'd grab it up. Because it's really good. I mean, I'm wow. Very impressed. Alright. See you next time. Okay. Bye.